Let's get right into this. Number 10. The painting that drives viewers insane. They say the anguished man painting drives viewers insane, which, to be fair, is what most modern art already does. Just emotionally, not medically. The story goes, the artist mixed his own blood into the paint before killing himself, leaving behind a face that seems to scream when no one's around. Its owner swore the painting whispered, shadows moved, doors slammed. Scientists, of course, roll their eyes. Pareidolia, they say. Our brains are pattern addicts, seeing ghosts in static. Psychologists even proved that staring at a face too long makes it morph and melt in your vision. The Troxler effect. Maybe that's not haunting. Maybe that's your neurons glitching from boredom. But admit it, every time you lock eyes with that distorted face online, a tiny part of you wonders, if madness can spread through pixels, who's really creating the art? You or the thing watching you back? The real curse isn't in the painting. It's in curiosity that doesn't know when to blink. Number 9. A symphony banned for causing riots. They said Stravinsky's Rite of Spring caused an actual riot in 1913 Paris. People fought in tuxedos. Imagine watching a ballet and deciding, yeah, this needs punches. The music was primal. Uneven rhythms, pounding beats, dissonance. Scientists later found that unexpected tempos trigger the brain's threat response, the same zone that flares during earthquakes or arguments. Dissonance equals danger, neurologically speaking, so maybe those fancy Parisians weren't snobs. They were panicking mammals. What's funny is that same chaos now headlines music festivals. Drop the same rhythm over strobe lights and people call it transcendence. We just renamed panic as vibe. The same brain that once rioted to Stravinsky now pays $300 to experience it at Coachella. Guess enlightenment just got louder bass. Number 8. A sculpture that bleeds when moonlight hits. There's a statue in Tuscany that bleeds when the moonlight touches it. Locals say it cries for the saint it represents. Tourists say it's a PR stunt. Turns out marble with iron traces can sweat reddish stains under humidity, a chemical love letter between rust and faith. People still kneel, whisper, cross themselves. Science explains, belief refuses, because no one wants chemistry. They want meaning. That's the funny thing about miracles. They only need one person willing to ignore logic beautifully. Every full moon, the stains return, glowing faintly crimson. Maybe it's not cursed marble at all. Maybe it's what happens when stone remembers suffering better than we do. In the end, everything that bleeds is just trying to prove it once lived. Number 7. The cursed photograph that erases faces. There's a photograph that erases faces over time, a black and white group picture where the people slowly fade one by one. Spoiler, it's not dark magic, it's bad chemistry. Early Polaroids used unstable emulsions. Light-heavy areas like faces decayed first. But here's the twist, you're doing the same thing now, digitally. Every selfie, every filter, every perfect edit scrubs away a little more of who you are. Overexposure, compression, retouch, digital aging in reverse. Soon everyone's profile picture looks like the same smooth ghost. Maybe the curse isn't the photo, it's the obsession to be remembered as flawless. The real haunting starts when the only version of you left online doesn't even look alive. Number 6. The melody that syncs heartbeats of listeners. They say there's a melody that syncs every listener's heartbeat. Sounds mystical, but it's neuroscience. Studies show music with certain beats per minute, around 60 to 90, can align heart rhythms through a process called entrainment. Ancient drummers used it in rituals. DJs use it in clubs. The legend of syncopated mercy, a lost track that caused mass fainting, was probably just perfect timing between pulse and tempo. The human heart's basically a lazy metronome. It copies what it hears. Maybe that's why sad songs feel like heartbreak and fast beats feel like power. We think we're vibing with the music, but maybe it's vibing with us, conducting the crowd like 1,000 tiny drums. The most powerful rhythm isn't the one that moves your feet. It's the one that hijacks your pulse. Number 5. The film reel found that causes hallucinations. In the 1960s, a French short film called L'image qui tue supposedly made audiences faint, vomit, and hallucinate. The footage vanished after one screening. Of course it did. Scientists later said certain flicker rates between 12 and 18 hertz can cause epileptic-like effects and visual distortions, basically cinema's version of brain malware. Combine that with infrasound, the low-frequency hum below hearing range, and you get pure unease. Horror movies still use it. Your body senses what your brain can't decode, so maybe the cursed reel never disappeared. It just evolved into every film that manipulates your biology for fun, art that skips your intellect and rewires your nervous system. That's not fiction, that's filmmaking. Number 4. A poem predicted every world war. A 19th century poem called The Red Horse allegedly predicted both world wars. Dates, alliances, even the word iron birds. Sounds prophetic, but it's just poetic déjà vu. Human conflicts so predictable that vague metaphors age like clockwork. Psychologists call it apophenia, seeing patterns that comfort chaos. You could write "The sky burns over men's greed," and it'll fit any century. Still, people love the illusion of cosmic order, that someone knew, that history's not random. But maybe prophecy is just memory rehearsing the next disaster. After all, every war starts with someone thinking they're the exception. The poet wasn't psychic. Humanity just never rewrote the script. Number 3. A novel that caused real murders in its readers. They said The Catcher in the Rye drove killers mad. Mark David Chapman, John Lennon's murderer, carried it like a holy text. But millions read the same book and didn't kill anyone. Stories don't create violence, they reveal it. Psychologists found violent offenders often project their delusions onto fiction, using characters as excuses. The book didn't infect them. It gave shape to the chaos already boiling inside. We keep blaming the page because the mirror feels too close. Fiction isn't dangerous, it's diagnostic. If a story wakes something monstrous in you, maybe it wasn't sleeping. Number 2. A painting aging faster than its owner. In Prague, there's a portrait said to wrinkle faster than its owner. People whisper it absorbs their years. Dorian Gray style. Real explanation? Old varnish oxidizing. Still, humans adore balance. We want aging outsourced. Today, it's just Photoshop filters and anti-aging serums instead of cursed portraits. But the same lie survives. The time's negotiable. The truth? Every photo, every selfie freezes a moment you'll never meet again. You don't stop aging, you just outsource it to pixels. The painting wasn't cursed, it was honest enough to keep count. Number 1. A performance that made audience vanish mysteriously. Berlin, 1987. An avant-garde show called The Absence Act. The next morning, the audience seats were empty, untouched. No exit marks, no witnesses. The myth says the performance consumed them, literally erased them from space. The truth's less supernatural, but more chilling. The audience had agreed to walk out mid-act, leaving the artist alone. It was art about disappearance. But decades later, the metaphor feels realer than ever. Every scroll, every distraction is a vanishing act. We disappear all day. Digitally, emotionally, quietly. Maybe they weren't the first to fade. They just did it with better lighting.